Hey all, my name is Oksana. I'm an app growth consultant. I'm focusing on organic growth, ASO, ASA, and funnel optimization. And today I'm going to show you how I do keyword research to create metadata for the apps. So this video will be useful for those who don't have that much experience with the keyword research and creating metadata. So if you are a solo developer building an app, or if you only start doing ASO as a marketer, so this will be useful for you and it will be very practical. But if you are an advanced and experienced ASO practitioner, then most likely you will not find a lot of new stuff here. So yeah, let's start. Today I'm using a tool called AppTweak. It's an ASO tool that helps you do keyword research for any app, Google Play, App Store, any country. If you like another tool, you can use that one. All of them basically have very similar features, and all of them will help you getting the data that you need to create your metadata. If you are unfamiliar with what kind of tools are there on the market, AppTweak is one of them, and it's by far my most favorite tool. There is also AppFollow, Mobile Action, Sensor Tower, App Radar. So if you are looking for a tool for yourself, you can try out those and just see if you like what they give you. But if you don't have time looking for a tool, you can use AppTweak, and I can guarantee that it will fit all your needs. Now, all of those tools, they are not free to use, but all of them offer a free trial. And sometimes it's 7 days, sometimes it's 14 days, etc. But that's more than enough to do a keyword research for your app, create metadata, and save the list of the keywords that you will then be using for tracking. So besides being an app growth consultant, I also have my own apps that I publish on AppStore and Google Play. And today I will be using one of those apps to show you how to do keyword research. So we always start with adding, so this is a homepage of AppTweak, right? And first of all, we will need to add an app that we are working with. Now, if you don't have an app yet, for example, it's not released, it's not launched, you will still have to add an app. But what you can do is you can add your competitor app. So do some initial research on App Store or Google Play, I'm sure you know that, and just select an app that has very similar features to yours, and add it here. So, and we will work with the United States, because for most of the apps, this is the focus market. So we are picking the United States as a country, and then we will need to search for an app by name or by publisher. So I will be searching for my app called Flags and Capitals of the World. Let's see if AppTweak finds it. It found it on both platforms, Google Play and App Store. If let's say you're typing your brand name and you still cannot see the app, then try typing in the whole title, including the keywords that you are using in the title. So we will be adding let's say our iOS app here. Now it will recommend you adding competitors. It can take some time to load, and sometimes the competitors will not be very relevant to you on this specific window, but that's okay. So if you see the competitors that are kind of relevant to you, that you can keep them. You can also scroll down and see maybe there is something else you wanna add, we will go ahead and add just more, and then I will show you another way how to add your competitors. Then we click on finish, and we need to wait a little bit, and now we have our app added to AppTweak. You can see some initial data on top here. You can see which kind of category this app is, and then AppTweak will give you some ASO information about you and about the apps that you have added as competitors. Now you can choose to connect your app to AppStore. It is not required to do keyword research at all, so it will not affect the quality or the number of keywords that you will receive, right? If you're curious, you can go ahead and check out how AppTweak estimates how well you're doing in terms of ASO, but beware that this score, it's only based on the number of characters, so AppTweak cannot analyze how good are these keywords. It can only analyze that, okay, you have 29 characters out of 30, you're doing great, and these apps have only 10, they are not doing so great. So that's a recommendation to increase the number of characters, but again, it cannot understand whether these keywords are very relevant to your app, right? Then you can scroll down and just see what kind of data AppTweak will show you. You can see your own description, the description of your competitors that you selected. You can see icons that you have. You can see screenshots that each of these apps have, etc. Whether the app has a preview video, whether it has any custom pages, whether it's running any in-app events, etc., etc. But that's not the topic of this video, so we will go ahead and start doing the keyword research for this app, right? So for that, we need to go to this tab called Keywords. And here AppTweak will, start recommending you some keywords from the beginning, just to give you maybe some hints, right? And you can definitely read through them and see, okay, I don't know, like geography is relevant, or world quiz. The problem here is that you cannot select one and add, right? So you can either select and add all of them, and then you will have to manually delete those that are irrelevant, right? Or you can try to you can choose to start from scratch. That's what we are gonna try do now, because I can see that a bunch of these keywords are irrelevant, and I just don't wanna spend time deleting them manually from the dashboard. So what we are gonna do, we're gonna start from scratch, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna sit and think of keywords from my head, and start generating and Googling for keywords, etc. There is a much easier way to generate the list of your keywords, and it will save you a lot of time. Then proceed with creating your metadata. For that to happen, we will be spying on the keywords from our competitors. But for this thing to work, we need to make sure that we have enough competitors in our list. So enough competitors to spy on, and that they are very relevant, right? So at the beginning, we only added 4, and that's not really enough. I usually like working with more to spy on their keywords. Depending on the trial plan that you select from AppTweak, there is a limit on the number of competitors that you can add. I have a plan that allows me adding, I think, up to 15 competitors, right? So I just click on this button, this one, add competitors, right? And AppTweak already is suggesting me some of the competitors that it thinks are relevant to my app. And if I see any of them, I can add them. Now, what's the good thing about this data that AppTweak shows us? Here, you will see this number 0, 7, 0, 14, 2. What this number is, it's called an app power. So this is not something that App Store provides you or Google Play provides you, or this is a metric, a number that AppTweak comes up with, and this is based on the category ranking of your app, and category ranking is usually based on the total number, right, of downloads that you are getting. So the higher number is here. It means that the I don't know, that the app is more successful, right? So this one with the app power is 14, it definitely has more downloads than this one with app power of 0. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't need to add competitors with the app power of 0, right? Especially if you are working in the category that is maybe very niche, or where apps, competitor apps are in general smaller. It doesn't mean that you don't need to add them, but if you see that, I don't know, all of the others are 80, 70, right? So it's better to add those instead of adding the ones with zeros. So now we see that actually, yeah, most of our competitors actually are smaller apps. And if you look at our own app power, it's also 0. And I can tell you, because this is my app, yeah, that is not that bad. It's not actually like we don't get 0 downloads a day, that's for sure. It's our most successful app out of the portfolio that we are working on. Okay, so enough talking. Now we will be selecting the competitors. And then, for example, if we are reading, okay, adventure, trivia, crack, well, it doesn't look like flags, right? Because we are focused on flags and capitals and quiz and geography questions, things like that. So we will not be adding this competitor. If we are unsure, or if the competitor is not our direct competitor, for example, this one says map quiz master. Well, I don't have any maps in my app, but maps are very relevant to flags and geography, so I can add this app as a competitor and see what kind of keywords, they are using. So I will be adding more. I will add this one and this one. Quiz planet, I don't know what it is about. Guess the spot, geo guess. Okay, it's about, I guess, something like guessing this spot on the in some place. Then we will be adding this one. And then let's say we're not satisfied with the number of competitors, or maybe these are irrelevant. We can also search for an app name or some keywords. So what we can do here, we can start typing things like flag quiz and see what if we get anything better in the results. Yeah, we have some flag quizzes here and here and here. Flag guesser. Yeah. Okay, and when we reach the number 15 here, AppTweak will tell us. So for now we have not reached, I guess, this. Oh no, we have, because these are grayed out. Oh no, it's because we added them. Sorry, it's not because. Okay, then we can save our selection, and we can always add more and delete the ones that we have already spied on later. So don't forget to click on that save selection, because yeah, sometimes you can spend a lot of time adding your competitors, but then you forget to click on save, and you are like, oh, why do I have only 3 instead of 15 that I actually added? Now, if you're working with an existing app, you can see what kind of keywords you are already ranking for, right? If your app is very small, you won't have that much data or that many keywords that you can add. If your app is bigger, you will have more. So the way you do that is we can look at this tab called top ranked, and you will see what kind of keywords appear in so for what keywords you are ranking as number 1, and then for which keywords you rank in top 2 to 3, 4 to 9, etc., etc. So you can go through these tabs and add your keywords. Now you will see that each keyword has a number here, and probably this is a volume of a keyword. Yeah, so how popular it is. For iOS apps, the popularity ranges from 5, being the minimum number, to 100. right? Don't be upset if all your keywords have a volume of, I don't know, 10, 20, maybe maximum 30. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you won't find users with your app. It just means that it's not as popular as I don't know, Instagram or TikTok. Yeah, and for those ones, the search popularity will be around 100. Now, um, there are a lot of different opinions whether you should work with 5 volume keywords, because at some cases 5 can actually be 0, so like nobody searches for that. But in some cases it can actually mean some number of impressions, so you will not know that because it will just say 5, right? So what I like to do is, if I see that the keyword makes sense, that it's not just like a combination of different words that people would actually never, type in the search results. So if it's not that, but it's very relevant to your app, then I would add this keyword. If it's something, I don't know, very, very weird, then I would not, right? So here, for example, capitals, flags. I don't know, maybe somebody would search for that. I'm not sure. I have no idea. But you can try and add that. Another thing that you can do, that here you see by the volume, you have this little thingy, and you can click on that and see how, like, what kind of volume this keyword had in the past. So if it says 5 all the time, well, most likely it's either a very low volume or no volume keyword, right? And we will add some of those and just see, maybe we are lucky and we find some that actually had higher volume in the past, just so that you know how it looks. World flag. Well, that's a weird keyword to me, because if, yeah, it should be word flags. Guess flags. Also 5 all the time. So if it's 5 all the time, I would normally not keep it. Guess country flags. 5. Flag test. Also 5. So if the volume changes, you will normally see, yeah, not a flat line over here like this, right? But something else. Let's check this one, the last one. Hoping. Okay, now it's taking a bit longer to load. Let's not waste our time. Yeah, okay. Now, if you want to delete a keyword from your list because you think that it's either irrelevant or it has very low volume, and you don't want this in your keyword list, then either you select those and then delete them here, or you can do it one by one by clicking on this cross icon. Now we will go through, the top 2 and 3 positions. We will select the keywords that we are already ranking for and add them to our keyword list. Again, I will not add right now the 5 volume keywords. So that's the process. If while adding the keywords you don't understand whether this is actually relevant for my app, what you can do is you can click on this button called live search, and what it will do, it will now show you which apps are ranking on top for this specific keyword. And then what's a good thing is that you not only you see the icon, right, and the name, but you also see the first 3 screenshots, so you can get the idea of what what this is about. So if you understand, okay, this is about geography, this is some fun game that's relevant, then we keep that. But if we see, okay, that's, I don't know, something out, not at all about us, then we can always delete this keyword. Now I will try to quickly add the keywords, and I will not go through and add all of these let's imagine that we don't have any here, because I want to go ahead and show you how we spy on the competitors. Let's imagine that our app is not ranking for anything else, and our goal is actually to try to find new keywords that we can target. So we have a bunch of competitors. So what we do, we go through each of them and we see how they all rank for top 1, in top 2 and 3 positions, etc., etc. And we start adding these keywords to our list. So it might be that our app is already ranking for this keyword and for some reason it was not mentioned in here. But it could also be that our app is not ranking for this keyword and this keyword is very relevant for us. So this is a very good way of and easy way, yeah, and fast way to find relevant keywords for you without sitting and actually brainstorming and not having an idea of, oh, how would users search for me. So for example, right now we added geography games. Yes, our app was ranking for it as 21, but sometimes we will find keywords that it's because it's not because the tool is bad or something. It's just because the app is already for a long time on the market and it's ranking for a lot of keywords. Yeah, and that's why you will see the rank here. So when you go through all these apps, right, you will see all of these keywords that you can add, and you're just adding them to your list, and you're going through each of the apps, right? And as I said, you can always delete a competitor, because let's say I don't know, you saw in the competitor list that there are some other apps that you would like to spy on. So you can after adding the keywords from this specific competitor, you can always go here and delete it. Sorry, I will just unselect and add another one. Right. Okay. Now I just want to make this, so you see here, for example, we already have some keywords that we are not ranking for, and as I said, like, I have no idea, is this a relevant keyword or not? I have not seen it before. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to live search and check what kind of apps are ranking for this keyword, and I can actually see that it's not a relevant keyword for my app because it's about racing and cars and role play games. So even if I rank for a keyword one state, most likely that's not what users are searching for. So we don't want to waste our space in the metadata fields on keywords that are irrelevant. That's why keywords that are irrelevant, we're just removing them from our list, right? Now let's imagine that we have gone through all, of course I'm not gonna do it right now, but you understood the logic. And when you went through all of these, competitors, and you saw how they ranked, you can also use some of the other features of the tool. For some apps they will be relevant. For example, you can go to category and see which kind of keywords are there present in the games category or in education, right? And for some apps this will be relevant, as I say. For some apps like mine, for example, flags and capitals, this is not very relevant because games keywords are very much about gaming. Education keywords have a lot of educational platforms that are bigger and are not as niche as our app, right? Then you can go to trending, for example, and see which keywords are increasing in their search volume. So for some reason people are looking for them more often, and maybe you will find an idea here. Yeah, this you can select here last week, last 30 days, on last 90 days. Now another source of the ideas, let's say you went through all the keywords, yeah, and maybe your metadata is already very good, right? But you feel that, okay, I need to find something else, I need to find some more keywords. So there are some other sources of inspiration for you to find the new keywords. And this, of course, this will not be relevant for all kind of apps, but I will just give you some examples and you can decide for yourself, right? In some categories, there are web products, very popular ones, that don't have their app products, in the app stores, but they are your competitor. And a lot of the times, people will be actually searching for them in App Store or in Google Play. And even and so they are searching, people are searching for them, and people are not finding them because they are not there on the App Store. So that's a good opportunity for you to include that keyword. It will be a competitor keyword, right, in your keyword field if we're talking about App Store. So maybe if users look at your app instead of the competitor that they were looking for that is not there in the App Store, they will actually like what they see and they will download your app. Yeah, that's one thing. Another thing, for example, if you are a kids game, there are a lot of YouTube channels that are for kids, entertaining, learning, educational, songs, etc. Yeah, and they are also not present on the App Store. So you can try to search for very popular YouTube channels and then try to put them as a keyword in your keyword field and see if people are searching for that on the App Store. And if your app has a similar content or is targeting the similar audience, there is a chance that you will rank for that keyword and parents will actually download you, right? So these are these are some of the ways to find additional new keywords. Another way that is now getting more and more popular is actually using ChatGPT. So you can go and say that, hey, I'm building this app. Make sure, of course, to write a proper prompt, that I'm an app developer, I'm building this app, it will be about this, this, and this. Can you please help me generate the list of keywords for this specific market? And you mention the country. And then ChatGPT will also give you the list of keywords, and you can add them. So ChatGPT doesn't know the volume of the keyword, right? So it can help you generating the list, but then it is your task to add it all here and check for the volume, because ChatGPT can give you also a bunch of 5-volume keywords, right? So and a lot of people are asking me, why do I need an ASO tool if I can just go to ChatGPT? It can give me all the keywords, right? So that's the answer, because ChatGPT will not give you information about the volume of the keyword, and it's also its difficulty, right? So, and that's very important when you start creating your metadata. We will not create metadata in this video, we will do it later, but just for you to to keep in mind. Okay, well, if you guys have any other suggestions about how to generate the list of keywords, you can go ahead and post them in the comments. If you have any questions, this is also or another experience than me, this is an open discussion. You're also more than welcome to post a comment. You can also write me a message if you want to. And if you would like me to cover any other topics, even if you think that they are super basic, just let me know, and we'll see if I can help you with that. Okay, well, that's it for this video. Next time I will be covering probably how we do keyword research in other markets, and maybe using the language that you don't know or I don't know, right? It can also be done through an ASO tool, so we can do that. But have a nice day, and see you later.